everyone, I'm Mel.
And I'm Crysta.
And this is Just the Tips.
We said this in another video before, but the ceremony is one of the most important parts of your big day. So we wanted to make another video on tips more from the photographer's perspective, so you get the most beautiful ceremony photos possible.
One thing to consider when you're planning out your ceremony is the type of arch that you will be standing in front of for your wedding reception. So you have a few options, and of course that's always going to depend on where you are getting married to. So let's say you have this beautiful background and you don't really want to cover it up with an arch and lots of draping and flowers and all of that. And so you could have something very simple. We've had a couple people that have little just columns with flowers on the top, or a kind of circle on the ground. Alternatively, if you are in a venue that's maybe not the most photographically interesting, you could have a really fancy arch or with a lot of stuff on it. So you could have lots of flowers or draping, or there are just a lot of different ceremony arches now that are geometric shapes, or things that are a little bit more creative, or even draping on trees if that's what you're getting married near. So lots of things to take into consideration for just where you're standing.
Another thing to think about is if you want to do a first look or not. A first look is when the couple will see each other privately before the ceremony. A good thing about that is it kind of takes away the nerves and you can knock out a bunch of your photos right away. But it is a little less dramatic during your ceremony, which sometimes is good if you're a crier like me, because because then you can kind of keep yourself together, you got it out of the way, and now you can just focus on your vows.
So another important, very important thing to take into consideration is who you would like to have for your officiant. So if you're getting married in a church, that's pretty much whoever your main priest is. If you have someone that maybe you have all the time at your own Sunday Mass, then that would be super awesome because that's kind of meaningful for you. Otherwise, for more kind of non-religious ceremonies, we have a lot of different ministers and officiants that's all they do. And so they're the experts. I would say definitely you are in good hands if you just pick a wedding officiant. They can help you guide along the way for all of the ceremony planning. And also they are able to sometimes integrate in kind of cool personal things for you. We did a ceremony video that we posted the other week that was an interview with Val Moriwaki, and so you can kind of refer back to that for a little bit more of the officiant's point of view on the ceremony. But also the last option, I guess, for your ceremony officiant would be if you have a friend that would like to do it for you. So we've had a couple super awesome friend officiant weddings, and a lot of times they really do know a lot about the couple and they can make it really personalized and super cute. And then we have had a few friends that maybe are a little nervous or they don't know exactly what to do, and so those
tend to be super short.
That too, super short, but also not as well organized. So for example, one thing that some friends do forget to have is everyone sit down after they stand up for the bride to come down the aisle. So just a few things that for friend officiants, there would be a little bit more kind of coaching involved. So for today, we have a
side tip
on wedding officiants by your friends. So we have a close videographer friend. His name is Philip from Supreme Wedding Films, and he has a video solely dedicated to tips on having your friend officiate your wedding.
We'll put that in the link description down below. Another thing to keep in mind so that you have the best photos is to smile as you're walking down the aisle, and give your bridal party a heads up to smile as well. Just be in the moment, enjoy your day, and remember that you're on camera.
So now we're heading towards the end of your ceremony, so it's time for the first kiss. So when you guys have your first kiss, just remember to hold the kiss for at least 3 seconds. So just count to 3 seconds in your brain like you're at a stoplight or like a stop sign like you're supposed to. But
no one does.
No one does that. But you need to do it for your first kiss. It'll give us a lot of time to make sure that we capture it, but also to get, at least different angles and all of that. Okay, perfect.
So another thing that would be a great idea is to kiss at the top of the aisle. That way you have all of your friends cheering in the background and it just makes for a super cute shot. So for us, we'll actually have our clients stop at the end of the aisle and make sure they kiss so we get that shot.
So now that we've reached the end of the ceremony, the last thing we will kind of just touch on a little bit is family photos. So we will usually do family photos at the end of the ceremony while all of the family is still around. And we do have a mini tip for the family photos. Right after your ceremony, we will normally do immediate family photos. So it's a good idea to have your officiant announce that immediate family should stay behind for the family photos and all the rest of your guests can go and enjoy cocktail hour.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found any of this helpful, feel free to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and comment any questions you have down below.
So I'm Mel.
And I'm Crysta, and this is Just the Tips.
That was extra long.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like it gets longer every time. Was that creepy?
That's long enough, right?
Yeah, that's way long enough. Okay.
Mini tip.
Sorry, I forgot to say
Yeah, no,
mini
it's okay.
tip.
I didn't do a very good prompt.